Well, thank you so much for the invite to be here to share some words. And thank you to Chairman Tarango and Miwok Nisenan people for welcoming us into their land. Let's give them another round of applause there. And I'm going to share some Serrano songs with you, and I ask permission from the people from this land to do that. And the songs that I'm going to sing, one talks about our clan, Yohaviatam, the Pomara. There's many clans of Serrano people. We're Yohaviatam clan, so you'll hear that in there. Then another song talks about the bighorn sheep, searching for the bighorn sheep. And as we move into a new era, we're still searching and searching for that right for our voices to be at every table when issues come up around the land that is traditionally our land. So I'm going to go ahead and open up with the songs. A pomara, chamkachi, 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 pomara, Yohaviatam, 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 pomara, Yohaviatam. Iviyaha hakapa Yohaviatam. Shoy vavno enoeva, shoy vavno enoeva, haku pae patenaiva, haku pae patenaiva, shoy vavno enoeva, shoy vavno enoeva, haku pae patenaiva, haku pae patenaiva, shoy vavno enoeva, shoy vavno enoeva, haku pae patenaiva, haku pae patenaiva, shoy vavno enoeva, shoy vavno enoeva, shoy vavno enoeva, haku pae patenaiva, haku pae patenaiva, shoy vavno enoeva, shoy vavno enoeva, haku pae patenaiva, haku pae patenaiva, shoy vavno enoeva, shoy vavno enoeva, shoy vavno enoeva. Well, thank you so much for that and allowing me to share those songs. And they're important songs as we talk about going into a new era. But how do we get to a new era if the state and many departments and even tribal history isn't even acknowledging the past era. So we have to look at pieces of legislation that we have been fortunate enough to move forward on, co-governance, co-management pieces of legislation. And when you talk about co-management and co-governance and having to run statute to allow Indian people to be at the table, to have their voices heard, you have to really look at the era of colonization when these resources, precious resources, were not just taken, they were stolen, and many times members of tribes were shot and killed for those resources. And now those resources are in other people's hands. But yet it's a fight for our own people to have a voice at the table. A voice, not just to check the box, but a voice that truly is being administered and adhered to with policies and changes that go our way. So creating pieces of legislation that caused co-management and co-governance here in the state of California to be able to move forward starts to move things in the right direction. But for us as Indian people, this has always been our land. The resources are always our resources to conduct customs, traditions with the resources that are there. But we also have to be able to work with different departments in the state of California to make sure that we're looking together and working together for a future. Secretary Crowfoot and Governor Newsom, Christina Snyder in Geneva and others have worked tirelessly to make sure that the voices of California's first people, this nation's first people, are ingrained in these policies. And some would think that it would come easy, but we still see a lot of resistance, even in the year 2026, because there still is that distrust. That not just the distrust from the state government, but there's also distrust amongst the tribal communities. But it's rightful distrust because of what has happened in the past, what has happened with atrocities, what has happened by what Secretary said, treaties that weren't even signed that were promised different lands. So that is justifiable. But where do we go from here? Are we looking at a new era where we still have to write pieces of legislation to let our voices be heard? We were able to move forward on a piece of legislation that for the first time in the state's history honors a California Indian leader on the Capitol grounds. A leader here from Miwok Nisenan people, Mr. Franklin, from the people of the families that were here and blessing here. And we did that in 2022, I believe. But it took that long for the state to have a monument that we could call our own. So we do continue to look at pieces of legislation moving forward. We also had a bill, AB 923, that called on agencies to start to consult with tribes on policies and bring them together. These are issues the Secretary talked about, those that have felony records for doing controlled burns and making sure that plants were growing back healthy and got arrested for it. Now, the state government is welcoming that practice back into their policies. So we're moving into an era where there is openness, to hear from tribal leaders, tribal cultural leaders, about how we maintain this land and the water. That's very important. We work together to get that monument done. And yet, we see a lot of our people, Indian people, being taken and murdered, and investigations still not being done. And I'm talking about the crisis of the missing and murdered Indigenous women. And so we can't move forward into a new era unless we're ready to address the issues of a past era. However, the new era does show a brightness to it because we're able to work through a piece of legislation in the state capitol, a feather alert that now gets enacted when one of our people goes missing. But it took pieces of legislation to get to that point. And because we're in the state legislature and been working hard on all issues in the state of California, bringing attention to the missing and murdered Indigenous women issue, I'd like to let you know that when the governor signed that budget last night, Inside that budget, for the first time in the state's history, is $15 million ongoing to help fund the missing and murdered Indigenous persons crisis. That's the era that we're talking about. How do we keep this momentum moving? How do we make sure that pieces of legislation that reflect our people's beliefs, the ability to sing these songs at these events and on the Capitol floor? It's by getting our own people elected into the seats that are in those chambers. We're one California Indian person, Serrano Cuia. My grandmother, Martha Mania Chicon, taught culture. And rest my mom and my dad's souls. They instilled it in us. Mr. Levi, who taught us the Cuia bird songs. Mr. Ernest Siva, who taught me the songs that I sing. Their culture still runs deep within each and every one of us. Our elders that are there to have the monument on the Capitol grounds. We have to be able to work together in unity as Indian people, California Indian people together, to ensure that when those remains are in the archives of the UCs and Cal States, it doesn't matter. We need to get those remains back into the ground as Indian people. We need to make it easier, not harder, for our own people to get those remains back. We need to be able to show unity in Indian country moving forward. We have a bill, AB 1881, that calls on the right for California Indian people to assemble on state public lands, to practice customs and traditions. Yet, we're facing a lot of backlash on that bill from the chamber communities, the water boards that have a distrust that somehow we're trying to take the land back. And all we're asking for is the right to assemble and conduct customs and traditions. That bill is up today, a little bit later. So singing these songs, and Indian people will understand. Singing these songs here, talking today, builds us up to ensure that we're ready to debate that within that committee. It's just, and it needs to move forward. If we're truly talking about a new era, we're talking about an era that has the right for our people to conduct customs and traditions, not only on state public lands, but on every traditional land in the state of California. These initiatives that I talked about are just a few of the things that we've been able to do as a state legislature, as the first California Indian, Serrano Cuia, here. But we can't be the last. I term out in 2030. How do we keep this momentum moving? The new era is calling for tribal people to rise up and to become those elected persons within the bodies that make those decisions on the water boards, on different boards that are out there, in the state legislature, in the federal government, at our homelands. We need to be that voice that's there. That new era includes each and every one of us. We can't let other people make decisions for us. We need to be the ones making the decisions for ourselves and for our ancestors that instills in us the right to be able to be here today, and our voices to resonate on every issue that impacts our people. The new era brings us together. It's only through unity, through Indian country, that we're going to see that change carry forward. We've done a lot of pieces of legislation and moved forward and worked with those that are out there. But we need to do a lot more. The momentum of getting land back through natural resources, the momentum of moving forward to make sure that we get that land back for all people in the state of California. It's time that we continue to correct the history books. Let them know the truth about truly what happened here in the state of California, that the first governor put out bounties on our people and was paid for by state payers' tax dollars. That's not even resonating in the history books. So, in the new era that's coming, we have to face the old era in order to move forward to the new era. But the new era has to be more elected California Indian people in the state legislature, on the county boards, on the school boards, on the water boards, because our voices truly do matter. Those that got felony convictions for practicing culture should have never happened. It's time that our voices be there to make sure we're standing up for them. And we're standing up for each and every voice that continues to cry out in the state of California from the grounds. Tell them who we truly are as Californian people. Tell them truly what happened to us. But tell them about the resiliency we have, that we're here today in 2026, still standing strong, getting our rights back as California Indian people. That's the new era. I want to thank you for inviting me here to speak, and we're going to continue to push pieces of legislation. But if any of you want to get involved in the political arena, by all means, give me a call. We'll get you ready, and we'll put you on the ballot and start running. That's the way we're going to take back this state, this nation, by our own people making decisions on our own issues. Thank you so much.